welcome back to the show. It is Soft Script Extra Time on Dubai 103.8. It's Chris, it's Robbie. We're joined by Chris Brown as well. And I'm taking pelters from the Tottenham fans on the text lines because I dared to suggest that our next guest is a Man United great, and Wayne's not happy, Roberto.
No, he says Teddy is a Tottenham Hotspur great stolen by Manchester United.
He's a great at both. It's this fella.
Comfort to White York. Cleared. Giggs with a shot. Sheringham! Name on the trophy. Beckham. Into Sheringham. And Solskjaer has won it!
See, the problem is, Wayne, Teddy never won anything at Spurs, and that's not a slight against Teddy. That's just, it's Spurs. He won the treble with Man United. He's 13th on the all-time goal scorers list in the Premier League with 146 goals in 418 games. He was Player of the Year in 2001, and he won 51 caps for England. It is our good mate. It is the one and only Teddy Sheringham. Teddy, good evening to you, my friend.
How you doing, Mr. McCarty, Mr. Brown?
How are you, Teddy? Looking forward to seeing you.
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right, mate. Very good. Looking forward to coming out there.
Indeed. When are you out, Ted? You're out next week?
Yeah, we're coming out for the races, the Dubai World Cup, and then on to down to Jebel Ali for the big one, the Mina Cup.
The big one, yeah, it's going to put the Dubai World Cup in the shade, Teddy. The Mina Cup. You and Brownie, of course, go way back, but we were talking a little earlier on the show about how great it's been. The third edition now for kids, particularly those locally who are growing up trying to make it in football, to expose themselves to international talent. It's vital, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Brownie's doing a fantastic job, bringing all the talent from all around the world so that the local lads can see how good you have to be if you really want to go on and make it as a footballer, see the standards that they set, see the way they train, see the way that they get looked after if you make it big, what you've got to eat to prepare in the right manner. It's all a massive outlook for the young lads of the UAE.
A lot of people might not be aware of this, Ted, and we've known you for a number of years. We actually spoke about this, I think, down at the Down Anchor many moons ago. But you actually, as a young boy, had a loan spell over in Sweden, didn't you? How important was that for your development?
Yeah, not till I was 17, 18. I couldn't get in the Millwall first team. I'd had a couple of games, but the manager shipped me off to Sweden and said, go and learn your trade. And I absolutely loved it. I had 6 months playing in Stockholm in Sweden in the second division there. We ended up winning that league, and I was top scorer and got the club up to the top division, to the Allsvenska, and then went back to Millwall with plenty of confidence. So it was a great helping hand for me. Good stepping stone.
And in terms of the teams that are coming out, Teddy, you've got some Premier League teams, you've got some international teams like Melbourne City, Mumbai City. I mean, it truly is an international makeup to this tournament, and I think that makes it a little bit unique, doesn't it?
I think it's fantastic to have these people coming. You know, in my day, you might have got people coming over from Ireland or coming down from Scotland, but people travelling thousands of miles. You've got African teams, Australian teams, and you've got the British teams as well that come across, you know, looking at Newcastle United, Norwich City, Manchester City have got their teams out there as well. So, you know, it's great. American teams come from Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it for this year.
Absolutely, I am too, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the opening ceremony. Of course, Teddy, you are the ambassador for the Mina Cup. Just want to move the conversation on, Ted. I always pick up a newspaper seemingly every month, and someone's got a hold of you, and you're giving an interview and your thoughts. I've got to get to the big story. Now, I'm not sleeping over this, Teddy. I'll be honest with you, the last couple of nights, I'm tossing, I'm turning over the speculation that Gareth Bleeding Southgate could be Man United boss come the end of this season. You know Gareth. Which way are you sitting on this particular topic, my friend?
I know Gareth very, very well. Spent a lot of time playing with England, with him, playing against him over the years. Our families actually know each other very well from travelling around the world together. I'm a huge admirer of what Gareth's done for England. I do understand the scepticism that you might have and others have about the style of play that he wants his team to play. So I do understand that, but I think for any other Englishman wouldn't have been able to deal with everything that he's dealt with while he's been England manager. You know, if you look back over the few issues that there's been around, what with the pandemic and the racial issues that in and around football, you know, he's dealt with them impeccably. And I think, you know, he's been the perfect man for this stint. And I think if he goes on and wins, I know it's a big if, without a doubt, if he goes and wins the Euros in Germany, he will be a big legend. But going back to your question about the Man United issue, is he the right man for that job? I think Manchester United need to be looking for the best man for the job. You know, finding that next Pep Guardiola, whether that's going to be someone like De Zerbi coming up from Brighton, who I really like. Who knows? But, you know, it's a big ask. You know, Ten Hag hasn't lost his job yet.
No, he hasn't.
But we're already talking about his replacement. So it's not easy, that job.
Just on the England side for the Euros, one of the, I guess, criticisms of Gareth, Teddy, is his pragmatism, his caution with that side, historically wanting to play Calvin Phillips, Jordan Henderson and Declan Rice, all as kind of defensive midfielders. We've got Jude Bellingham, who's doing so well over in Spain, who really seems to be the linchpin that the team will be built around. But Phil Foden is having the season of his life. How do you kind of include all of England's attacking talent in a team that's balanced? I guess that's the big question for Gareth. How would you do it?
Yeah, I think all the three players you just mentioned there could fit into that midfield, no problem. I think Declan Rice is that defence midfielder that is doing two men's job, the way I see it, for Arsenal, the way he covers ground and what he does as a defensive midfielder. You've got Bellingham, who wants to play in midfield but break free as much as he can, and Foden is just a live wire that can get out of any situation at any moment and make things happen. So I'd like to see him in the middle of the pitch as well. So have Declan supporting those two, letting them roam free, doing their defensive duties as well, and then allowing Saka on a wide right. Harry Kane's our main man up front, and then you've got the issue with the left-sided player. Who is that going to be? Maybe Grealish, maybe Rashford. Who knows?
Yeah,
but,
it's an
Maddison even.
Yeah, Maddison. It's an interesting one, Ted, because you've said exactly what I've been banging the drum on for a very long time. That's the midfield trio that I would like to see England go with, and just say, you know what? Worry about stopping us, because Foden and Bellingham and Rice, that's an attacking and an exciting three. Saka starts on the right, like you said, Kane. The big ones on the left. I've seen a lot of people put forward Maddison, as you have, Grealish, Rashford. What about young Cole Palmer as well? Double goals, double assists, double figures in goals and assists for Chelsea. Could he be the ace in the hole for England?
He could be. I mean, the three players that you'd like to maybe be left wingers are all left-footed, which is very unusual. With Cole Palmer, Foden, and Saka, like you'd want them to be your left winger, but they don't play like that anymore. They're constantly cutting in, so they prefer to play on the right and then dink little balls in behind and then go again from there. So I think when you've got that much talent, maybe Maddison might have to come in the middle. I don't really like him going out wide, because that's like the old Scholes issue, or Gerrard playing him out left just to get him in the pitch. I think Maddison's more of a central player, so you'd have to play Foden out wide, and he's good enough to go outside, inside, and play that left-sided role as well.
Just a word on Ange Postecoglou and Spurs, Teddy, after what's been, I think, by all accounts, given the departure of Harry Kane, a season that's gone well above expectations. I know they had a bad loss on the weekend, but Ange made an interesting point, I thought, when asked about fourth place, when he said, why would I care about fourth place? It's been done before. I'm trying to make this team as good as it can possibly be. I'm trying to evolve it. And there's no question he's done that, right?
Without doubt. I think first and foremost for the Tottenham supporters, he wanted to see smiles on their faces, and they've definitely done that. Tottenham supporters want to go to White Hart Lane and watch the game and get their bums off their seats, get excited, and I think they've had that in abundance since Ange has come in. I think he takes the game to the opposition. He wants to control the ball exactly how the Tottenham fans want to see it. And they've been scoring goals as well without their talisman, Harry Kane, moving on. Everybody thought that they wouldn't be able to score goals, but they have. And you have to look at the signings that he's made as well. Van der Ven looks an outstanding signing. amongst others. And I think that only bodes well for the future, that once he has another transfer window, then things could look even rosier.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Ange is a top manager, top man as well by all accounts, and Spurs are upwardly mobile. I've got to get your thoughts on the title race, Ted, because I was thinking about this afternoon. It must be your bleeding worst nightmare, giving your allegiances to Tottenham Hotspur and to Manchester United. You've got Arsenal, you've got Liverpool, and you've got Man City battling for this Premier League title. Which way are you swaying? Which way are you thinking ultimately come the end of May they will be Premier League champions?
Well, yes, I understand that question, the way you're putting it, but first and foremost, I'm a London boy, so I don't want Arsenal getting anywhere. And then that allegiances, you're talking about Man United against, Liverpool and Manchester City, so I shouldn't really want either of those, but I'm around the London scene. I don't want gooners shoving it in my face. Or that matter. But for me, Pep Guardiola's taken the game to a whole new level in England, and I wouldn't be delighted to see him win it again, but I would say that it's just that he keeps doing it. He keeps churning out unbelievable performances, getting the best out of every player that plays for him, and that's great management for me. So it'll do for me.
Yeah, love that, Ted. And listen, coming full circle, you're going to be over here with the family next week, coming back to the Mina Cup. You're going to be at that opening ceremony, and you're excited to give back a little bit. And it's obviously, the kids are always excited to see a legend in their midst as well.
Yeah, and my kids are looking forward to coming over and being involved in it. My 12-year-old George is looking forward to coming to watch the boys and seeing how good he's got to get to the next level as well. So we're all excited. I'm looking forward to getting back to Jebel Ali and enjoying the time down there.
And hopefully you squeeze a game of golf in as well, Teddy, while you're over here.
Without a doubt.
Brilliant stuff. Thanks as always, Teddy, for jumping on and having a chat with us tonight on Off Script on Dubai Eye.
All right, cheers. I'll see you all soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Ted. Very quickly, before you put that phone down, where's the handicap at?
Depends how much we're playing for, Chris.
Is it 5, is it 6, or is it lower?
It's about 4 at the moment.
Oh, it's 4. We'll hold you to that. Right, Teddy, good man.
It'll be 5 by the time he gets out here.
Probably. Right, top man. Cheers, Ted.
Thanks a lot, Teddy.
Cheers, boys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, fantastic to hear from Teddy Sheringham. And Wayne, you're absolutely right. You heard it from Ted there. He's a London boy. He thinks of himself probably Spurs great first. He doesn't want Arsenal winning the Premier League. And that goes against what, of course, so many neutrals wanting to see, I think, Arsenal get back to the top of the tree.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say, I'm a London boy, so I'd probably like to see... No. He's a London boy, so he doesn't want Arsenal to win it. There's something...
Yeah, of course. The stick
something
that
kind
fella's
of
come
ironic
through.
about that, but yeah.
He's come through
Of
a lot of
course.
stick. Arsenal
Yeah,
fans and Teddy Sheringham do not see eye to eye. It's fair to say, but he's top, and he's your ambassador for the Mina Cup, Chris.
He's brilliant. I mean, Robbie and I were just having a conversation off air, and he said, like, what's Teddy like? With the tournament, how much time do you spend? He's there from the start to the end.
He
Each
loves
day,
it.
he really does enjoy it. It's not, you're bringing down a legend of the game, and they pop in for half hour, get a couple of photos. He plays tech ball with the kids. He's just fantastic.
Yeah, and his little boy is little boy a player?
Yeah, he can play. Yeah.
Watch this space. Another Sheringham, perhaps in the offing. Right, we are so late for the half-past headlines. If the bosses are listening, we're in trouble tomorrow, Robbie, but Teddy Sheringham doesn't come around often. When we come back, more from Chris Brown. Get your questions in. We'll give you a reminder of the competitions as well.